But anyway, let's get in on this. Anohana.
Yeah.
So this week my final week, I decided to do Anohana.
Yes.
And so
that means next week it's Dawson's week.
Next week it's my week, and why I chose what we're watching next week directly ties in to what we watched this week.
Does it really?
It does. Okay. I'm gonna put this out there really quick.
Okay.
While watching Anohana, the entire time I was highly aware of the fact that all the character designs look to me straight out of High School of the Dead. Which is a weird anime to see the similarity. Like, they're obvious when you look at the character designs, and because of this, I went and I looked up the character designer. He did, I went on my anime list, I was scrolling through, the people who worked on it, and I'm like, I need the character designer, where is he? And I looked, and sure enough, he also did the character designs
for High School of
the Dead, and I was like, okay. And watching through Anohana, I was like, there's something else this reminds me of character design-wise, too. I was thinking about it, I'm like, wait, this kind of reminds me of Toradora. And I'm going through it, and I look through again, and I'm like, God damn it, he also did the designs for Toradora. And with that on my mind, as I was watching the last episode of Anohana, I was like, God, I can't end on this. I need to watch something else after this. And I was like, what am I going to watch after this? I was like, okay, Toradora is perfect. I'm going to start watching that. I'm going to have you guys start watching that. We're all going to watch it, and we're going to feel better about ourselves.
So I'm going to guess that you felt as saddened by Anohana.
Anohana was good. You did a good job with it.
It's a good job.
I cried. No, okay, I take back the suicide thing. Not even death can save you. That was
the message.
That was such a
this is the recommendation section.
Show.
Okay. The premise of Anohana.
For
those who don't know,
I just want to make a little comment. That's exactly like if you look at Digimon designs, the SMT guy who designs all the stuff for Shin Megami Tensei is the same guy who does
Digimon designs. God damn it!
It's like,
It's like, oh, look at that.
Okay.
Who would have thought?
But
off the subject of character designers and the thought that
we watched Anohana.
Actually talk about Anohana.
Yes,
now.
as we were saying, the general concept of Anohana is an accident happens
when they're young, when a bunch of kids are young.
A group of 6 friends are very young. An accident happens, and as this is pretty much, as you figure out by the end of the first episode, so this isn't spoilers.
Spoilers.
The white-haired girl dies. Rip.
And she comes back as a ghost.
And,
or does she? Could just be part of this kid's imagination.
See, that's not the case, though. But,
Spoilers.
I don't know. It's up to you. But, whatever. But yeah, she comes back as a ghost, and it's all about this group of friends that have generally split from each other, kind of slowly coming together again and reconciling with all their feelings.
The non-spoiler talk this week.
There is nothing Could you not have figured that out from the first episode?
I don't know. Couldn't you?
Could you not have figured that out from the first episode?
Keep this spoiler-free, Dawson. Anyways, no.
In the end, they kill each other.
Yes, totally.
They can't get over their guilt, and they absolutely destroy each other.
Okay, moving on before we spoil any more.
Man, just double down on the lies.
Seriously. No, but this show was... It's about kind of letting go. It's moving on with your life after you lost a friend. These kids are all not exactly handling it perfectly as one wouldn't in this sort of situation.
As you obviously wouldn't. Also, that's just as much spoilers as what I said.
Oh, no.
I don't care. I don't care, but I'm saying to keep things fair here.
Oh, no. Someone cared that their friend died? Holy crap. Anyways. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is
just sitting here shaking my head.
This is a show about letting go.
Click the link to see us all kill each other in a second.
No, but I started laughing here because when we were describing it, I was just talking about Digimon, and the way that Connor describes the show is if you took Digimon and then you literally, instead of them all going to the digital world,
one of their friends dies.
And it's just their tragic
that's the problem is, though, the main difference here is that in Digimon, when they go to the digital world, they become friends. In this one, they're already friends. To nitpick.
But it's a show about dealing with loss and just moving on, and how much it could affect people as it goes along.
Yeah. There's not much else to say about it. I think we've
there's also the
pretty much
characters.
summed it up.
The characters kind of have broken up as friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just shows like it's them coming back and actually finally, you know, reconciling and getting closure
everything.
on the whole matter.
Yep.
Yeah, in various different and sometimes terrifying ways.
Obviously. Things happen. Yeah.
So, kind of verdict, pros and cons. What do you guys think about this?
I enjoyed the show. I thought it was good. This is super
It was
generic.
an enjoyable show. Things are good about it.
It was, I mean, I don't know. If we're starting off with ratings, I give a solid 7, 8 out of 10. Don't we usually do this?
No, yeah. Well, we
7.
usually hold that till the end, but it's fine. We'll do it right now.
Explain the 7.
7 or 8 out of 10. Not entirely sure which one of those I want to give it. It's still
7.5. So
possibly 7.5. It might just deserve a 7 though. I don't know. I'm too close to having watched it to rate it.
Yeah.
Like I know we always rate after watching things, but that rating is always going to be slightly biased, and I'm just acknowledging that now. But right now, 7 or 8, not sure which one, possibly more or less, who knows. But a lot of the characters were enjoyable, which had a lot... The fact that they made the characters...
Likeable. No,
generally...
flawed and likable in a way.
Yeah, they all had their problems and stuff.
And some deal with it better than others.
I enjoyed Orange Haired Girl a lot. She's my favorite part of the show.
Yeah, just moving off of from there, it's like I think I rated this, I think 8 or 9 out of 10. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it's closer to 9 because I know this is in my top 10 of shows under 16 episodes, and it's one of those shows where a lot of people are going to be suggesting this. They're like, oh, go watch Anohana.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's on the list of like top sad animes right next to like White Album 2, which...
Why is White Album 2 on there? Nobody knows. Okay, apparently everybody knows but us. But okay. Which is part of why we're watching Toradora next week, because it's on everyone's top of the romantic rom-com.
It's one of those things where it's like
you'll have fun, Connor.
It's up there. It's up there.
I feel like I'll have just about as much fun as I did with this.
Probably.
It's up there.
Spoiler, you're gonna have a
and like it's one of those animes where I found myself having an emotional connection to it, and that's why it's one of those animes where I came in and was like, everyone says this is sad. With One Album 2, I did the same exact thing. I'm like, okay, everyone says this about it. And went in with that perspective, and got to the end of One Album 2 and went, I don't get it. I don't get it. And with Anohana, I started with, I don't get what's the big deal about this, and then it hit like a fucking like train, and I'm just like, next thing I know, I'm like, why are all these tears flowing down? I can't hold these
that
feels.
last episode is scientifically designed to make you sad.
Okay.
We'll get on.
You think it's done? It's not done.
I'll go more about my own emotional connection to this in the discussion section. Connor,
verdict.
It was a very beautiful show in a lot of ways. The sound was nice. The visuals were nice.
Sound design.
oh my god,
People
was
were
well-suited.
despicable at points, but whatever.
You kind of, I feel like that's what makes it as good as it was.
Yeah.
Like, the characters weren't
I
perfect.
have a very big issue with the continuity and logic of the show, but I will hold that back for now.
We'll discuss that soon.
I'd give it around a 7 or 8 of personal enjoyment. I can definitely tell why a lot more people like this. This is definitely one that kind of sticks to reality in a way. In a way.
Well,
And
you could have totally removed one of the characters, and we all know which character, from the story, and it could have played out almost in a very similar fashion.
No, I think it would have played out completely differently.
Okay.
I think it would have played out very differently, but we can talk about that soon.
No, we'll get
we'll
the
talk
main
about this
catalyst to the story.
Anyways, and furthermore, I felt like they knew what they were doing with the writing. A lot of the times, everything kind of interweaved with each other, and it ended up where it needed to be at the end.
It's written by Mari Okade, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
And she's behind writings of IBO,
Nagino
Asakura.
I don't think you want to cite IVO. That one's a little bit like
Anohana, but like she and
that being said, pretty good episode this week.
and she's gonna be writing the new Trigger anime. So it's like like she's a great writer and she's written tons of stuff and you could tell this is probably like she's one of those writers where I've heard where when she fails like average. Like she doesn't go like total shit. It's like it's decent. She gets decent writing, but not the best.
Yeah.
And I felt that with kind of like Nagino Asakura, where I felt it was more decent.
I think I like Nagino Asakura more than this.
Shots equal fired.
And I feel I'll discuss that later. And I feel that has to come down to what you watched first.
I don't think that's the case.
That's my case.
I think it comes down to the art.
Okay, no, but writing wise.
Oh, pure writing wise. That's a hard.
And I have my reasonings for this, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But she's one of those writers that always writes pretty well.
Personally, I enjoyed this a lot more than Nagino Asakura because the cast were adults in this one, and I generally
Kind of. They're high school students.
They're high school
but they seemed a lot older.
This is his first year of high school. They're like 16.
I know, but Nagino, they seem so much younger.
Dude, in the second half, they were the same age.
Okay, we'll talk about
Second half of Nagino was the same
We'll
age.
talk about Nagino and Anohana comparisons in a minute.
Okay.
But
yeah,
for
we
now,
should finish this up. This is already going on too long.
Yeah, because originally we were
Non-spoiler
doing
section.
really well with it, and then we
It's
just.
gonna be over quickly.
But
Fair enough. So yeah, overall, if you want like, you don't really need us to tell you to watch this.
But if you
want
need
like a sad show,
if you need somebody to tell you to watch it, go watch it. Like
If
this,
you need
this is
someone to
probably
tell you.
one of the few animes in the past couple weeks that we could all
Make
of
sure
us
you have
can agree.
a dear
that you
relative in the next
should
room
probably
or
watch.
someone who's really close to you, so you can go and hug them after each episode.
Or
Also,
just go watch Toradora afterwards if you
or
haven't.
not have a traumatic event not just happen. Don't watch it right after
Yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, it might help you get over it, or it might like trigger you.
I will
Trigger
get on,
warning.
I'm gonna get on that in a minute. But yeah, so.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so we could all agree that this is one of the few times that all of us can
Let's
unanimously
generally agree.
like. When was the last time this happened?
What was it called? Nipa.
Higurashi?
Yeah. Did
Really?
we all say watch Higurashi?
Was there nothing
We
after
all
that?
said
Nagino
you pretty much
Asakura.
have to watch Higurashi.
And then after it was Nagino Asakura, and then we were all split on that.
Okay.
And then after that was
Cut here, by the way.
the other one was White Album 2, and we all agreed not to watch that.
Yeah.
Midori Days, we all agreed there's so many different things better. Punchline, we were all split on that. And then, like, this one is the most consensus we've ever had. Lane.
We're pretty consensusly. I don't know what word I was trying to say there. There was a general consensus on Shimoneta if we go all the way back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
You're
saying
saying
in
later.
recent memory. This, like, because the
The one
last
you made us watch where like on was the spaceship one. The
Classroom
school.
Crisis.
Classroom Crisis. Yeah,
We're like, it's okay.
it's okay. But anyway, go watch Anohana. And now for the discussion section.
Yay.